All right, let's dive right in today. We're looking at a real nail-biter from the IPL, Chennai Super Kings versus Mumbai Indians. This one went down on March 23rd at the M.A. Chidambaram Stadium in Chennai. We've got the match summary laid out here, so let's go beyond the score and really unpack what went down in this clash.
Yeah, I'm excited to break this down. It's always fascinating to see how the little things add up to that final result. What were the strategies? How did they play out in those specific conditions?
So, spoiler alert, CSK snagged a four-wicket win. It's being called a thrilling encounter, and I bet that Chennai crowd was absolutely buzzing. But first, let's rewind a bit. Mumbai Indians ended their innings at 155 for 9. That doesn't sound like the easiest timeout in the middle.
Yeah, they definitely struggled to get going, especially against the spin bowling. Suryakumar Yadav was their top scorer, but even he only managed 45 off 35 balls. Tilak Varma and Rohit Sharma chipped in with 32 and 28, but nobody really took control of the CSK bowling.
That's right. And if we look at those CSK bowling figures, it's clear they were putting the squeeze on MI. Noor Ahmad's performance really jumps out here. 4 overs, only 18 runs, and he grabbed 4 wickets. That's a game changer right there.
Oh, absolutely. And we can't forget Khaleel Ahmed, who took 3 wickets for 29 runs. So, yeah, MI were on the back foot trying to build any kind of momentum. And a big part of that was the pressure created by those CSK bowlers. Those spinners really seemed to have MI's number.
Makes you wonder what it was about Noor Ahmad in particular that was so effective. Was it the pace, the turn, the flight, whatever it was, the MI batsmen just couldn't figure him out. Now, moving on to the chase, CSK got there with a little room to spare. 158 for 6 in 19.1 overs. Seems like a fairly comfortable chase, wouldn't you say?
Oh, for sure. Rachin Ravindra played a superb knock, 65 not out off 45 balls. That's the kind of innings that anchors a chase. Just keeps things ticking along nicely.
And of course, we can't forget the skipper, Ruturaj Gaikwad. He put up a solid 53 off 39. Having that stability at the top of the order is so crucial in a chase like that.
Absolutely. It sets the tone for the rest of the innings. Now, MI's bowlers did manage to take some wickets. Vignesh Puthur snagged 3, and Will Jacks got 1, but they just couldn't quite put the brakes on CSK's scoring.
And if we circle back to what we were discussing earlier about spin, it seems like even though MI took wickets, their bowling attack maybe wasn't as economical or impactful on this pitch as CSK's spin options. The match summary even calls out the pivotal role of spin bowling in this match.
Yeah, that's spot on. This wasn't just about individual performances, but about how CSK really had a plan and executed it well. They used those conditions, especially with their spin attack, and backed it up with some very composed batting.
And speaking of great performances, Noor Ahmad walked away with the Player of the Match award. Well deserved, I'd say. So for those listening in, the key takeaway here is that it's not just about who racks up the most runs or takes the most wickets. It's about how different bowling styles work on different surfaces. This game was a great example of how effective spin can be in Chennai.
Exactly. And this match makes you think, how much did those specific conditions at the M.A. Chidambaram Stadium play a role in the success of spin bowling? And how might we see different pitches throughout the IPL season lead to different strategies and ultimately shake up those results? It's something to ponder as we gear up for the next matches.